based on experience, not my experience,
Yeah.
but my experience going to
Clients,
court.
yeah.
Clients, Actually, the divorce bill or a divorce law is giving a person a second chance. Okay, a second chance for love, a second chance to be freed, from spousal abuse. It is an option. So that option now will be exercised by the person who wants to seek. It's not as if, it will be, it is a, it you can just avail of it. There are grounds. So it is not subject to abuse. It cannot be subject to abuse simply because you still have to go to court and prove your case.
Okay.
So you cannot just simply concoct, evidence or fabricate evidence in support of your claim for a divorce decree. Why? To my mind, this is very important because marriage is not an ordinary contract. It's a social institution. So if you really want to terminate the marriage, prove it. Prove the grounds. It cannot just be a mere say-so. And I think the reason why there is opposition against a divorce decree, it's more of this ground, the ground of irreconcilable differences. Because irreconcilable differences is such a vague concept. Well, nothing has changed because there's no amendment to the law. We still have three options. First is nullity, file a petition for nullity. Second is file a petition for annulment. And the third one is file a petition for legal separation.
Okay.
Petition for nullity means the marriage is void from the very beginning.
Okay.
Whereas petitions for annulment, it is valid, but it can be set aside. And the third one is a petition for legal separation. They can live apart, but the marriage is still intact. Whereas divorce actually means you want to terminate a valid marriage. Why? Because of grounds existing at the time of the reason why you want to terminate it. Unlike in petitions for nullity and annulment, the grounds must exist at the time of the celebration of the marriage. I think that's a basic difference between...
Nung kinakasal kayo, nangyayari na.
Opo, yung pinakarason kung bakit null and void yan, nung nag-I do kayo na pangasawa mo, kapatid mo. Kaya void yan from the very beginning. Yung petition for annulment naman, kunwari hindi kayo kumuha ng parental consent. 18 ako, 19 yung asawa ko, to be, hindi kami kumuha ng parental consent. Ibig sabihin po nun, pwede huyang ipawalang bisa. Ngayon, kung may takdang panahon yan para mapawalang bisa. If after the prescriptive period, you did not file a petition for annulment, then the marriage is valid.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
then, of course, your legal separation, petition for legal separation, hindi tayo babalik sa date kung kailan tayo kinasal. Sa ngayon, anong nangyayari? Ako'y inaabuso, ako'y sinasaktan, repeated physical abuse is a ground to have the marriage, for you to legally separate from your husband. But the marriage is still intact.
Okay, but what advantage do you get from divorce aside from, I suppose, alimony or child support, and the ability or the right to remarry? What other advantages are there?
That is the basic advantage, I think. The fact is, you can terminate the marriage and that will now make you legally free.
Okay.
Okay. And you don't even have to go back to the past. Past, when I say past, past is at the time you exchange I-do's. It's the now that we're talking about. And based on the now grounds, okay, you now want to terminate your marriage, even if the marriage is valid. Tapusin na natin to. Magkanya-kanya na tayo. Let me be free.